6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Jerry Robinson, they call me Jay.
This is Michael Jeffrey, they call me Mike Jeff.
This is Logan Barnes, and they call me Pounds.
This is Vince Smith, and they call me Vinny.
And this is The Last Dab. Ultimately, it comes down to your choice, and I believe that's what being a man is.
That's what being a man is. And not even just man, I mean, just being a, grown human being is you, like you said, you make the decision where you're going to put your time and energy into. If you got someone that, or something that at the end of the day, you know, I should not be doing this, or you're questioning your friendship with someone and what it's truly about.
Yeah.
You know, are they using me? Are they only bringing me around for certain things? Do I only hang out with them in certain scenarios? You know what I mean? You got to really start at this age, those mid-20s, you got to start thinking about that because you don't need a huge circle anymore. That was high school shit. That was outside of high school partying and stuff. You're getting into the age where you got to have your core people that care about you if you had absolutely nothing. Because there are a lot of people that wouldn't care about you if you didn't provide them the service or good that you give them.
Yeah,
you
whatever
give them.
they're benefiting.
There's a lot of
off
people
of you,
that basically are associates, and you know, maybe it's you that is giving them that good or service, but if they try to tie that into friendship and use that to chastise you, that's immature.
Yeah,
it's immature.
Yeah, but and then that's the thing too, as far as the maturity deal, and we are getting older and all that. We're not making the same type of decisions that we made back in a decade ago.
Literally,
you
bro.
know what I mean?
We can literally sit here and think I'm not gonna do that because I know what the outcome will be. Back then, it was I'm gonna do it because I don't care what the outcome will be, or maybe the good will outweigh the bad. I know now what the negative is and what the positive is.
Too.
Comes with experience.
But then there's still the unknown part of it that's real humbling. I feel
and it keeps happening throughout your life, and I think that's the best thing. It's humbling.
That's what we need.
You get humbled.
We need to learn. Yes. We need to understand better. You ever done something and felt like it was awkward and then get real hot? I'm a fucking dick. Why did I do that? Yeah. Why did I say that? But it wasn't meaning, but it definitely sounded like that.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, in my opinion, I feel like God knows our hearts and that. But
truly,
for even just the conscious thought of I shouldn't do that and to better ourselves, I feel like that's...
And anyone who can go up to someone afterwards that was in the wrong and truly ask for, either forgiveness, or if that's not what you believe in, apologize and, literally tell the person, I did this wrong to you.
Yeah.
And I knew that it was wrong, and I want to make sure that you know that I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Even if you don't, if you don't accept it or don't right now take it as how it should be, I want you to know that I am mature enough to admit my wrong.
My faults, yeah.
And that's hard to do.
Yeah.
And that comes with what you said, experience and maturity and just growth.
Yeah.
Like you said, that one time, we keep growing. You boys ready?
Yeah.
I've been rolling.
Just you had it going?
Yep.
All right, well.
Go ahead. All right. We are back. TLDP, episode 9D. We're rolling like a train.
Back.
Yeah.
We are getting dug back.
We are getting dug back.
I might have said that before, but it comes to mind every time.
Cheers, brothers.
Cheers. We drink and then we cheers. And then we drink again.
And we drink again. Lime in our Corona. It ain't getting us sick no more.
Ooh. That's what...
That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic.
Woo! All right.
We got more to come. We still got 10 episodes to 100, so.
He's heal, me. Heal. Anyways. I mean, shit, honestly, I mean, it's really a good... Nah, okay. All right. So we had a very eventful weekend, I'd say.
Not just Easter. Happy Easter to everyone. Because it's Monday today, and, you know, people that celebrate Easter, happy Easter to you guys. Anyone that doesn't, no problem.
And it was nice weather,
It was beautiful weather.
too.
This whole weekend was
we
great.
needed that, too. We've been
Needed
getting
it.
a lot of rain and
Yep.
getting out of the winter, which wasn't a
The winter
terrible
slump.
winter, but
It
it was winter nonetheless.
Nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a little gloomy. It's even weird for me to get out now
I
in the
know.
sun, like
Yeah.
like I'm coming out of the cave, like
Vitamin.
I'm
what?
going back in.
Yeah,
I'm going back in. I don't like it.
And then you're like, wait, I think I like it.
yeah, like,
And then you feel you're like,
good.
yes, this is exactly what I needed. Why do I feel better?
Just
Oh yeah, sun.
breathing. Even I feel like I
Breathing
could like
fresh air.
yeah, like I'm like going outside and actually like, you know,
That's
yeah.
what fresh air smells like.
Like early spring. I feel like I'm like a bear that's been hibernating
You
or
just
something.
came out and you're like, damn, this is nice.
Dude, I feel like I haven't been getting as much vitamin D and all that, dude. Or maybe I'm just getting older. I got like gray hairs like popping
oh,
up,
bro,
and
yep,
I feel like I don't.
it's coming.
I'm like
Maybe we need
missing
to
some
go
nutrition.
Out and,
Yeah, I just need to get some sun.
More
Get in
sun.
some water. I want to get in some chlorine. Need to, like, get in.
non-chlorinated water.
Yeah,
Yes, a good river.
yeah.
That's hard to find though.
Yeah,
if you
right.
watch a couple of our other episodes prior to this.
And yeah, I mean, like now it's like we can't even really go somewhere, dude. All the lakes and like water places out in Cali seem like, and on the West Coast completely have the like toxic algae or whatever.
real?
I don't know if that was like always a natural thing or not, which I think that is a natural occurrence.
But maybe it's just been getting more prominent.
Yeah, I don't,
Who
I don't
knows
know
what to.
I just don't feel like we're helping much of it. Like
Yeah.
it probably used to be a nice lake that everybody, you
Yeah.
could swim in.
hundreds of years ago,
Yeah,
get your
or
water,
something.
drink straight
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
of
man,
it.
screw it. What's it hurt?
Right, yeah.
You know, every
Some
single one
fresh
just
body
adding
water.
up. Yeah.
And then sooner or
With
later.
the fish, something, I don't know. But so also, I mean, we had some fights on. We love them fights.
We love them
here at the
fights Saturday night, baby.
TLDP.
Bring that up, Vinny, because this was probably one of the best stacked fight cards. Before the
man.
fights, I looked at them, I said, this is going to be a good fight card. Mm-hmm. And then when I watched them and I was done, I said, that was worth the money. That was worth the money. And I haven't
That's
done
fair.
that for a minute.
That's fair.
I haven't done that for a minute.
Yeah.
This card was worth the money.
With
so-
that being said, there was also multiple cancellations during this card.
So let's go to the prelims.
Chris Barnett was supposed to fight.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He gets sick.
I'm not sure exactly
I
what
can't
happened.
remember.
So do the prelims.
Yeah, that's where I started watching.
Yeah. So this Kevin Gastelum fight versus Chris
That got
Curtis.
fight of the night, right?
That was it. Fight of the night.
Yeah.
Bro, that was such a good fucking fight,
Bro,
dude.
that was a war. And honestly, Kelvin Gastelum after that, dude, like there was multiple times during this card, and this moment was one of those where you just wanted to flex. Like you were just like, yes!
Bro,
like,
he
you know what I
really
mean? Like,
showed who the fuck he was
dude,
this
yeah.
fight, dude.
It reminded me of
Chris
him
Curtis
versus
is
Izzy, bro.
it
Like
did.
the match, not their matchup specifically.
That's what
Obviously, it's a
Dylan
different
said.
fight,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
the
That bang.
Yeah, right.
We're
yeah,
bang.
the competition
Yeah,
wise,
yeah,
like
yeah.
and going like damn near to the end.
Going
you
at
know
it
what I mean?
the whole
Yeah.
time,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So that fight ended in decision, unanimous, Kevin Gastelum. So that was Kelvin, he needed this.
Yeah.
He needed this
It's
win.
kind of on his last.
He's
He's
on
definitely
his
on his
last
last
streak.
run.
He hadn't
Yeah.
fought in
So-
like 2 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Who was his last? Do you remember?
What? Maybe Whitaker. I can't remember.
I think he lost to him.
He definitely, I think his last fight was a loss.
Oh, Jerry Cannonier was his last.
Whitaker was
then
before that.
Whitaker.
August of 21.
Was it Cannonier who won that one there?
Do recap.
I mean, like,
Yep, Cannonier won it.
Okay.
Round 5
Kelvin
decisions,
Gastelum,
yeah.
bro, he's obviously a very talented fighter. It's just that division, man,
is tough.
everywhere. Like, it's crazy. And I like his fight stance or something. If you ever watch him, he's got like a swing, like in his arm, like down here, and then he like moves.
He'll like duck his chin back.
He still somehow gets hit, but he's got some power, dude. Like, you know what I mean? And he
knows how to
great.
pivot. He knows how to pivot really well. That's what I've noticed. With his, just him and his stance, like you said, he's moving a lot, but then how he builds that power is how he pivots that back foot and builds that. It's
torque.
his hips,
It's
bro.
a torque, bro.
His
it's
hips
all
are
in the
strong,
hips. That's
bro.
where that's all where it
His
comes from,
hips
bro.
are strong. That's
You
what
look
I've
at
noticed.
a hook, when someone hooks, they drop back like this and they twist in the hips,
Yep.
bro. Full like.
It's
bro.
all about. There's way more than just your arms because that doesn't do much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You just do your shoulders, and on top of that, you're gonna get
gassed out.
Exactly. Your
You
arms
gotta
are gonna
use
be
your
done.
body. You gotta use what. You're
God gave
using
you.
your legs, your hips,
full
your upper,
explosion, bro.
all of it. Yep.
That tight stuff too.
Yep.
Bro, he looks like the best I feel like
That
I've
was one of
seen
his
him.
best fights I've seen in years, and everyone said that. Joe said it.
Chris Curtis was
DC
looking
said
great
it.
too.
Chris
Just
Curtis
none
looked
to
great.
take away from him.
You know what I mean? He looked great, but at the end of the day, Kelvin Gastelum really looked like in his bag. Like he just looked like he was him.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone was saying. You know, who's the other announcer?
DC, John
Anik.
Anik.
Anik. He was, you know what I mean? He was saying like, you know, this looks like.
Bro, John Anik was
He's
juiced.
crazy, bro. He was hyped the fuck
juiced.
up, bro.
Even
I think he was smelling those salts,
or
bro.
something.
I think he was smelling them salts underneath the. Oh shit! Oh
How do I have it? Nothing moved.
I feel like nothing really moved. It's all right, bro. It's good.
It's okay.
Yeah, no,
It's all
I don't
right.
care. I don't care.
Your local
There's just a nickel on the ground.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So, shout out Kelvin Gastelum. I'm glad.
John
going
Anik.
crazy.
John
yeah.
Anik. Whenever he first got, hey everybody, welcome to the UFC. Bro, he started like flying. With holy shit!
Joe
We're not
probably
ready for
gave him an
this.
elbow. Said, bro, chill, bro. They're gonna know
sorry,
it's
Joe
me.
Rogan gave me cocaine earlier.
I'm like, dude.
Joe slipped me a 50 milligram Adderall.
And by the way, I had never done
Joe looked like he was on mushrooms that fight. All
Miami.
those
They were in
fights, bro,
Miami.
he was like this.
They were in Miami, so
This is him every fight.
He spaced
He
out.
was fucking in. He was like
locked
a
in.
tiger,
Locked
just
in.
locked in for the prey on the antelope. And then DC's just the normal DC, bro. I swear, sometimes he
Not gonna
looks
lie.
like DC, and then other times that man is fucking 12 times bigger than he looks.
This may not be a popular opinion, or it may be, but DC recently, like whenever I hear him commentate, dude, it's kind of like.
Hasn't been
It kind of makes me upset a little bit. Like, it does, dude. Like,
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's like very judgmental.
He's very biased and judgmental.
Yeah. And this is aside from the whole John Jones thing. That's not where I was really wanting to go with it. But like the last Alex Pereira and Izzy fight,
Yes.
Pereira got a takedown, bro, a single leg takedown on Izzy, and Cormier was like, and that was a weird takedown, but I mean, he got the job done or whatever. But if you look at it, like, it wasn't that bad of a takedown. I mean, these guys are
Trap
tired.
the legs and the thighs.
He's trying to incorporate the MMA.
Yeah.
You haven't seen him do a takedown.
And he's a
in-
kickboxer.
Yeah, kickboxing. So
So yeah.
I don't know. It's just that as an example. There's been other times, but I mean, that's just something that I notice. It kind of bothers me a little bit, but
Yeah. DC, yeah, I feel like he needs to hone in on his
People
commentating skills and people skills. Like, just talk about the fight, bro. You're so knowledgeable in the fight game.
totally, he is.
You're one of the best.
And yeah,
You're one of the best in the fight games of commentating and knowledgeability. You've been doing this for
it's
so
like
long.
beyond the knowledge of it. Obviously,
It's
he
like
had
in-
the talent for it, and that's not what much commentators like. I've been studying commentate. It's
Yeah.
not like John Anik's hopping in the octagon anytime soon.
Right. So he's doing his job completely. So after this, we had another good fight.
And I want to say
Go down.
the Michelle Watterson, the karate hottie.
The
and,
first fight actually we passed. This was the opening, or was that the end of the prelims?
That's the
This is the
opening for
end
main.
of the
Yeah, we're going backwards.
Yeah, this is going down. Or yeah, so these were earlier fights.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Do you want to talk about this one?
I did want to say I liked Karate Hottie and her body. I like how she did her thing in there, like, and this was a good fight. I mean, she might be the same way, like, as in this might be like her last run or whatever, because
For sure.
she hasn't really been like. I mean, she's been doing all right, but
She have a baby?
I
them?
think she did,
Maybe.
or did she? Maybe she already
Just before
has
that.
a
I can't
daughter.
remember.
Did she already have a daughter and then maybe had a baby? All I want to see is Karate Hottie's body. I need her in the lobby. Everybody, come see this.
I told her come up in the lobby, Karate Hottie. I'm gonna get a little choppy on you.
I want to massage up all on your body. What? I can't do it.
Shout out Karate Hottie. All out of respect.
But Panero, bro, she looked good. Yeah, it was out of respect. I'm sorry if that was offensive to anybody, but
Yeah.
damn, she was bad. I don't
She's
care.
beautiful.
Sorry. If you have a nice body, I'm sure I'd like to massage you too.
Yeah.
You know, damn, I'm a man.
So I'm a man. I'm a man.
It's a man's world. All right, now we can go on up. But yeah, Panero, whatever, she won, split decision. It was a good fight.
Okay. So this is the one that I wanted. I bet on this one, and I'm pissed off I did, bro. So I should have really took I should have really took Rodriguez into consideration of his how long he's been in it, his expertise, and what he's done. You know,
Rosas.
Raul Rosas.
Rojas, you can call him.
Yeah,
Raul Rojas. Jr.
Yeah, Junior. I call him Junior.
Junior.
He looked like a junior this fight.
He looked like an 18-year-old
He looked like a junior this fight.
Which he had. So this Rojas Jr. is one of the youngest fighters, and he is the youngest fighter in the UFC. This is his second fight in the UFC, aside from what Contender Series is what he won Contender Series. So that's where a lot of this hype is coming from. 18 years old, and he is a savage. There is no doubt about it. He's young. He has like a good career. Like,
I mean, to go through those rounds with Rodriguez,
Christian Rodriguez,
to a decision. I mean, that shows that he has heart. He could have, you know what I mean. He could have gave up. He could have done something. You know what I mean?
Or yeah,
He could have just kind of, threw in the towel.
Yep.
And got a TKO or a something. Just giving up.
Right.
But he didn't. He went to all
kept
the
fighting
rounds.
and just doing what he could. And I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. I made multiple different bets, like obviously where
Same.
both of them win, but I will say none of my bets won.
I lost $20.
But so yeah, I had both of them on there. Yeah, I lost 35, I think 35. No, it was 40. I did 40.
Did you watch them all?
I didn't watch any of it. I worked till like late, and then I got home late, so I
Damn
didn't
it.
see any of it.
Christian Rodriguez, I feel like he just pretty much overpowered Ruas Jr. and just
Manhandled him.
he just kind of
His
it was more
strength
wrestling, and it wasn't. I mean, it still looked good. You could tell it was technical.
That
but
one picture of them
wasn't going anywhere.
That one picture of them mouth to, like, he was on top of him backwards, so he was like dick to mouth, and then the dude on the bottom was like, it was one of those fights where at times you're like, stand him up, because this position is
Call it
weird,
off.
bro. Yeah, call it off. This is getting
Split
weird.
decision.
Bro, Kevin Holland and Santiago. That was a fucking fight, bro. That was such a good fight. That was Kevin Holland, and this is what we've been saying this whole time.
I felt like it was more like one side. I think it was pretty much just Kevin Holland. I didn't feel like Ponzinibbio didn't really have too much to offer. Like, and my bet, I needed Ponzinibbio on all of my bets.
Yeah,
pretty
for
much
the
besides
parlay and
one.
shit. Yeah.
So I had one that was going into the end. And Ponzinibbio fucked it up for me, so I'm a little disappointed on that one. But I should have went Kevin Holland because I should have known. I mean,
but Kevin needed this win, just like we've been saying about a few of these other fighters.
He got tossed around by Kamzat, so I think that kind of changed my mind a little bit.
That changed the fuck. I watched you drop
Bro, it went to the same spot.
Did it go?
The tray went. There's a magnet down there.
It's like here.
He's pulling something, bro. He got something.
I was like, Kevin, you need to win this fight, and you just need to stay technical. Keep the distance, and he did.
Nice.
He kept the distance. He, you know what I mean? He got in those shots when, you know, Ponzi was kind of like readjusting and stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Kevin Holland's quick. His leg kicks are quick.
Totally. He was
Ponzi
way
had
quicker.
some leg kicks too, bro. He was
Yeah,
starting
he
to put
did.
some damage on Kevin, bro. And then that last round, man, that KO TKO, man.
Yeah.
Kevin just did his thing, man.
Yeah.
That classic Kevin Holland shit.
Yeah.
Where it's just bop, 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 bop,
Bro, I
bop.
like Kevin Holland.
I love
like
Kevin Holland,
yeah.
bro. He talks while he fights.
Oh, could you tell who he was calling out at the end?
yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Because he was talking about,
I
he said,
remember.
oh,
Yeah.
he was it Masvidal? Or no, it was somebody else. Because he was like or he said, oh no, that was Izzy too. No, Izzy called somebody out afterwards.
Izzy did. Let's see if I can find.
I think he was wanting Masvidal to make sure that he didn't leave or whatever and to fight him or something like that. Because even in the press conference before that or whatever, like
Yep.
it was at okay.
It was Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah.
And that will lead into a conversation that we're about to get into
Right.
after the
Later on.
prelims. So this Rob Font and Adrian Yanez. You'll remember from a couple episodes ago, I've been talking about Rob Font. You remember?
Yeah.
You remember that episode?
Bro, yeah,
I've been talking
fuck with
about Rob
Rob
Font,
Font.
bro.
Yeah.
I fuck with him.
Yeah, I fucked with Rob Font.
First round, bro.
Dude,
He did his fucking thing in that fight, dude.
here was my thought process because I'm a Rob Font fan myself, but I was thinking Yanez was starting to come up,
Yeah.
and I thought it was like his time or whatever. Rob Font lost his last match, but again, like every fight's different, so it's
Yeah.
not like, you know, I can't really like base it off that. Maybe that's where some of my bets went wrong, but I think I was also like,
I mean, those are very close odds. So I mean, that's you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Those are hard odds to really
for
choose.
sure, you're right.
You know, you're gonna probably go with the person that is, you know,
More
ranked. You know, 12 is Rob Font ranked.
I thought he was.
I thought
which
he
is,
was too. Maybe
I-
they're just not showing it because he has the
went up
win
or
on
something,
it.
yeah.
And they're just deciding what
I
it
want
will
to say.
be. I thought he was like 9, 6, 9.
Something like that. 6'9".
I'll never do the rock.
Dude got jumped. I don't think we ever talked about that. It's
6'9"
wild.
got jumped. I mean, he got
In the
he got
gym.
beat up, bro.
They
They
stomped on his
fucking
ribs
beat
and shit
him
like
up,
that.
dude.
Shit.
And they were all like,
Dude, those are
I
real-
don't get this. Like, and this has nothing to do with race and ethnicity, but like they were all like Arabic people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like Arabic people.
Right.
I don't really get that.
And well,
Like what-
How many people were there? Because I only seen one dude actually. Well, maybe there was like two
There was
or
multiple
something.
people. Yeah, I think there was maybe 2 to 3.
And then one dude recording. He's like, I'm not with him. It's like, dude, you're just sitting there,
You're definitely a part of
just
it.
videoing
You're definitely
it. Like,
a part of it. But 6ix9ine was. Did you see that video of him like in the studio where he was speaking Spanish and he was like, who gives more to the poor? What he was like, what artist gives more to the poor than 6ix9ine? He's like, ja. He's like, no. I don't know the words, bro. I'm trying my best, but I'm giving you the cadence of his attitude. He was like,
Yeah.
he was hitting that dude's chest, bro. He was like,
Oh,
who?
damn.
He's like, who? Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. He's like, I do. He's like, no one else gives to the poor like 6ix9ine. They were like, yeah, you do. You do.
Yeah,
Like,
what
bro,
are we
can
gonna
we
say?
quit this
No, you don't.
conversation? Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were recording, but
Yeah.
I guess we're listening to you and your fucking
Yeah.
your Saint
Yeah.
Pablo
Are we
rants. I
gonna-
don't fucking know what we're doing.
Hey, nah, we gonna go with
gonna
the
do
song.
No,
Nah, yeah.
these motherfuckers don't understand yet. I was
Ugh.
like, I do. I completely understand.
Shit, bro, I'm gonna have to get me another Bruce.
Go get that brewski. All right, the main event, what you've all been waiting for. Who are we gonna start off with, Vince?
This corner.
Gilbert Burns and Jorge Masvidal.
Give me your opinion of everything. It was in Miami.
Yeah,
That's
big fight.
Jorge's.
Yeah, hometown.
Give me everything.
305.
Give me everything.
I think they're both on losing streaks, right? Burns last fought Chimaev, I believe.
Yes.
Lost, and Jorge last fought Colby, I believe. I think. So both coming off losses. I think Gilbert Burns is trying to get back into the title consideration. Jorge's probably just looking for a win. And I didn't really get to watch the fight, but
Can we restart this? Because I accidentally didn't have your fucking camera or your mic up.
oh no, you're good.
All right, here we go.
Start over.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to do it right at 30.
All right.
I'll tell you when. You got 15 seconds. Do a little quieter. That motherfucker said, "Bop!" Yes, admit it. All of them clipped, except for Jared, or except for his. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we are back for the main event of the evening, UFC 287. Who do we have starting off, Vincent?
Gilbert Burns and Jorge Masvidal in welterweight
And
division.
give me your breakdown, man. Give me the breakdown. Where were we at? You know what I'm saying?
Miami, Jorge's hometown.
That's where he started.
305.
And he was that street fighter. Remember those videos back in the day?
He had a video on Kimbo Slice, like a big old mural that he went to or whatever. It's pretty cool to see.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
it was
cool.
dope.
So this was his hometown, and it was already talked about that, like, you know, there was a little rumor that maybe if he had lost, he'd retire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd be a great place to retire. But,
Right.
you know, at the same time, it's not like you can...
Jorge's been in it for a while now.
so
too.
long.
Yeah.
You
I was-
can't count him out ever. So it's like, you know,
Right.
I bet it on Gilbert Burns, but like at the end of the day, you know, I can't ever count out Jorge. So
And Gilbert, bro, he's a dog, bro.
He is.
Gilbert's a dog.
He got that fro now.
Yeah, it's so funny. yeah. He came out to like the press conference or whatever with like overalls or whatever it was, like kind of
Anthony back in seventh and eighth grade.
little fro. Shoot, I didn't even know he could grow a fro. That's awesome.
Wow.
Burns.
So this was
That's new to this.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
fucking Black Peter. That's hilarious. So the breakdown of the fight though was pretty. It was pretty obvious. You know what I mean?
Burns dominate.
Burns dominated.
Really?
It was the whole fight. You know, there were some times where the thing about Jorge is at this age, I don't know, and at this level, at this aspect in his life, he's taken so many hits. Bro, Gilbert was landing some fucking bombs,
Yeah,
bro.
he
Some fucking big boys, some fucking little
Damn.
boys, some
Yeah.
fucking
That says a lot about
Hiroshimas.
Usman. Then he knocked him out cold.
I know.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that just shows, strength but I don't know. I think the fact that Jorge was in Miami,
That's true.
he had that idea of if I do lose, I'm not gonna go out fucking knocked out
Yeah.
in my hometown.
true.
He took some hits that most people would be out.
Yeah, that's true.
Gilbert throws heat. He throws
Yeah.
drop Chimaev.
Yeah.
Dropped your mind.
That was a good match, and some would even say that he won that
I thought he
match.
won.
A lot of people would say that, and everyone says that was the hardest that Chimaev have ever
For sure.
had to.
That was
Be
the
against.
greatest test that Chimaev
Yeah.
has ever had in the UFC.
I want to run it back because
I definitely want to see that.
definitely could see him beating him again. You know, beating him this time around. He
And-
just keeps getting better, man. Gilbert
Yeah.
Burns just keeps getting better and more dominant.
And I could see him like obtaining gold at one point. You know what I mean?
100% could see him with a belt.
In this welterweight division now, with Leon, I
Yeah.
mean, Leon's like Rocky, bro. Like he can like take some hits, but I mean,
Yeah.
motherfucker, you getting rocked too. I mean, sometimes Rocky, you know what I mean? And all these
Yeah.
champions that it's like Kamaru, and then
Cycling.
Yeah, it's just
cycling.
like just like
Yeah.
and
It's not how it was back
same
then.
same thing with the what's Oliveira's
Yes, Oliveira.
Oh, Islam.
or
It was
like,
against-
what's that weight class? Is that lightweight?
Lightweight, yeah.
Lightweight division. I feel like is the same way. Like the champion, the belt was held for a long period of time, and now like with new people getting it, like that's different matchups for other people. So that's I feel like where it can cycle. Like some people like Gilbert Burns may be able to knock out, say, Colby. Opposed to, you know what I mean, like
Israel or something. I don't know.
Or something. I don't know. Well, because that's a different Izzy's middle.
Yeah.
But speaking of, though, what I was gonna say is that I could see Chimev, because he can't ever make weight, go up and face Pereira.
And that is the first time that I think Pereira would have a very, very smothering, dominant wrestler on him to where he could not use his kickboxing the way that he usually does.
Right.
We've seen all of his fights. He's only fought 8 times. This is his 9th fight in the UFC. Not that he hasn't had 20s, and he was he was a champion of some other fight leagues that are like badass.
Yeah,
like you gotta be some hardcore motherfuckers.
2 different weight
bro.
classes.
2 different weight classes. I think he was a different league. I think he had won at one point a belt or whatnot. So I just think his striking and his kickboxing, skills, and he is a big motherfucker. So it's not like the takedowns are as easy as it is against someone else. Like, he can keep distance. He can, I think he can sprawl pretty well. I think he needs, just work on wrestling. But like you just said, that matchup right there, like you said, Chimaev, he can't really, it's almost like he needs to move up.
But then also the bad thing about it is that Dana's expecting Pereira to move up after this.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
To what?
205.
Oh, to light heavy?
Yep.
Wow.
Which would be.
He said when they were cutting weight, like an hour before the weigh-in, Pereira still had 2 pounds to cut, and he had to.
I think I heard some shit about that.
He was close.
Is he?
No, Pereira.
Oh, Pereira.
That means he probably either forced himself to shit with an enema or puked. Because you can't just lose 2 pounds within an hour without just completely losing things out of your body. Yeah, he's just. I think I heard something about him saying that he had a slight hand injury going into the fight.
Oh, really?
But I don't think that has anything to do, because he was putting on. This fight was very reminiscent of their past fight that just happened not too long ago. And I was
Same
at
position.
Dylan's. Yeah, shout out Dill Dog. This was a fight for him. I was going to have to be there to either consolidate him or celebrate with him to the max. And luckily we got to celebrate, because you watched it. I don't know if you watched the highlights, bro.
Yeah.
He had him the whole fight. We're saying, do not let him get you into that cage to where he's starting to unload. Circle. He had the blue shorts on. I think he was telling people I'm water. I'm moving. You know what I mean? I'm moving around. In that fight, every time we're circle, circle, get out of that line of. Stop being right in front of him. And he kept doing it. He was circling more. And then second round, we see with 421, Pierre got him against the cage, and he was starting to unload. Israel said, "Oh, I played possum." Who gives about that shit? Whether that's real or not, I don't know if that's real, because Alex was landing some fucking shots. He hit that knee. Israel kind of blocked it, and then he did what he did against Whitaker. That boom, that he threw that right. He, tested the left, threw the right again, and then when Alex was coming down, got him with the left. Because you've seen him do that a few times, or he'll do the quick hooks, and while someone's dropping, he'll clock him one more time. He does that shit a lot, and it's always with that left hand, because he's super quick with it. And then he came down with another. hammer fist,
Yeah.
which was like, it was almost against like the neck, bro. I don't know. Rewatch it, bro. It was not like.
Is there a way maybe we could find a?
It wasn't a clean.
In my opinion, I mean, I didn't feel he was coming in hot on Izzy.
I thought he
but
was. Yeah.
I didn't. I could see where like Izzy was kind of like letting the pressure come in and letting him gas out, because at that point he's got no air in his lungs with all that.
He was, yeah.
You know what I
Izzy
mean?
is a counter striker,
Exactly,
right
so
here.
he
So look,
utilizes-
he's look. This is like, wait, is this last fight? Is this last fight? Boom, boom. There's that left that caught him at the end.
He did get caught. A body, a knee
Look,
to the
look
body.
at these bodies. Boom, that hurts. Knee
Or
to
knee
the
to the
head.
head.
And then he said, I have to do something. He tapped him with the left and then cracked him with the
Boom.
right. And then,
Oh, and
and then
left.
dropped him with the left
Hammer
again.
fist.
And then hammer fisted him. And bro, if you watch that fight, Alex was out for 3 minutes straight. And then you know what Israel did after that? He pointed at Alex's son
Right.
and fell on the ground.
Just like how his son
How
did to
his
him.
son did to him.
Right.
Everyone do the homework and you'll see what that is.
Not only that, but like as soon as he knocked him out, then Izzy turned around, pulled out the bow, like how he
And
does.
shot 3 at him.
Boom.
He shot 3 at him. That was significant. He did that
And then
on
he
purpose.
broke. Then he broke the bow
because
after that.
because to him this is done. To him this is done. But they're probably gonna try to run it back. But I don't think they should.
That's the thing is, so Chael Sonnen was talking on Ariel Hawani's show, saying like Izzy has he turned heel in this situation now? Is he
The bad
trying
guy?
to be
Yeah.
is he because saying like, okay, this is it. Like, how are you to call that this is it? After the 4th match, you lost all 3, and you think
And
you
then-
win one on
yeah.
this night? That, you know what
And
I
in
mean?
the UFC, you've only won 1 of 1. And
Right.
usually at this level of these type of people, they always
There's a
make a
rematch.
3.
Yeah.
Because they wanna
Yeah.
make it in so people know who's the better.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I truly believe Israel Adesanya is a better UFC fighter than Alex Pereira. I mean, that just
Mixed
is
martial arts.
mixed martial arts fighter.
Yes.
I don't think anyone can argue with that. And that just comes down to experience and what he's done. He told everyone, I think people have forgotten what I've done in this game, in this sport, in this
And in my
arena.
opinion, he was winning the first fight. I felt like he was winning
Bro, he
that
rocked
match.
him. He almost knocked him out and got saved by the bell.
Right.
And which round was that?
I think it was the first round.
First round or second round? He got him, and
Yeah.
if he did not get saved by the fucking end of the round,
Yep.
he was gonna knock him out.
Yep.
So
But then he got caught, and that's
he
the
just
fight
got
game. Anyways,
caught,
you
and
know
that's
what I
a
mean?
fight game.
Yeah.
But he said, "Thank you for beating me." He said, "Thank
Excuse
you
me.
for beating me because I needed that." Bro, the look in his eyes when they were in the cage. You know, Alex Pierre always stands still, and he always just sits there and stands at you. But Israel was like
ready for it.
Like he was like
mesmerized,
he was honing in and showing him, and he said it multiple times. This is war. Like this isn't just me beating you because you beat me last time.
Yeah.
This is more than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean Nigeria, Brazil.
He said, "Screw the belt." He's like, "I
That's
just want."
literally
He said,
what
"I
he
want your
said.
head,"
And
and then ended up seeking
knocking
and
him
destroying.
out. And I promise you, it was 2 to 3 solid minutes that Pierre was on the ground. And when he woke up, he had no idea where the fuck he was. He was like,
Right.
and they were telling him like,
Did you see the kids' reaction? His kids
Crying.
Yeah, they were bawling.
cry. And Pierre and Israel still pointed at them and said,
I mean, he's been waiting to get that one off.
he's been thinking that his
He said, "I'm petty," but
I'm petty, but I don't give a. He said,
Shit.
"Revenge is sweet," and he said, "You know, I got a sweet tooth."
Was it from like 2014? It was like that's 9 years ago.
I do the same fucking
Yeah.
thing, bro. Ain't no kid gonna fucking act like
on a
he
higher level, though, you know what I mean? Like
This is a
my
much higher.
bracket,
This
you
is
know what I
my
mean?
game. This is my sport. You
Yeah.
came in here from where we first met, and your son did that in the ring while I was still on the ground.
Yeah, right.
You let him do that.
Although, shit, a kid's just gonna run up and do some shit. You know what I mean? So it's kind of
He
like,
does. You're like, no. Why did you
Yeah.
do that?
I didn't see.
I
Alex
would probably
do that.
laugh on the side, but that's my boy right there.
I'd be laughing. I'd be
I mean-
let him do that shit. I'd let him
Is
do
he's
that shit. I'd be
petty
like,
for
that's
that.
fucking badass. You're a badass.
Yeah.
8-year-old, my fucking
But
son's
I mean,
a badass.
if you're gonna be able to dish it,
You
know
gotta
what I
receive
mean?
it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
yet he did not receive
No,
it.
yeah,
Bro.
what now?
What now?
Screw it. It's funny, honestly.
It's funny, bro. And anyone who's mad at that,
Sweet
bro,
tooth. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
bro,
This is like
the
what?
fight
He's at least
game.
9 now.
He knows
was
his
like,
dad's going in there
he
to
was
either
like 8 or.
he's either knocking him out or
not
getting
8, my
knocked
fault.
out. He knows that as a kid.
Yeah.
You're either gonna see your dad knock a person out or he's gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Right.
And that's what happened. Israel
Yeah.
knocked him the fuck.
Yeah. That's why
out,
some fighters
bro.
say, I don't really have my kid come to the events. You know what I mean?
And then Colby's like, bring him on.
Yeah. Well, I think Connor was about it, and then whenever he got messed up, then he's like, "Well, we'll kind of, yeah."
I mean, because think about that.
backtrack on that.
As a kid,
It's pretty
seeing that shit, it's
traumatizing.
pretty
Like, is
fucked
he
up.
awake? Like,
I
is
just
he okay?
watched my dad that
and he
I
was
thought
down
is
for
invincible.
3 minutes, like you said, bro. The Alex Pereira,
Alex
bro,
was
he was down.
dead, bro. He was DED, dead.
Dead.
I mean, I was literally watching and I was like, bro, he is gone.
We thought Tony was dead that one time.
Yeah.
So
Well, that was 6 minutes long.
Yeah,
he was out for
long.
6
bro,
minutes.
I swear
He's
to
like
God,
this.
bro.
I thought Michael was like, bro, he's like, guys, like, we gotta, is he
We-
okay?
we gotta
Guys,
call him.
I don't care what happened to him anymore. I want to know if he's okay. He's like,
Because just like him, Pierre fell face first to the mat. Boom. It was face first, bounced off the fucking mat. Or, no, he was
He
back,
came
right?
back, yeah,
And
and
bounced
then-
off the mat, bro. His head bounced off the mat 3 times and then a hammer fist.
Yeah.
So, like, bro, that's... Yeah, seeing that as a kid, watching your dad, who you think is invincible because you're a kid and all this shit.
other
like, that's
people are
fucked up.
cheering all kinds of other.
Yeah, get on the mat.
But when I seen that, bro, because I'm a huge Izzy fan myself, bro.
Yeah.
Like I love Izzy, bro, and it's not even like about like his personality, I guess, but it's like those
A lot of people
fights,
don't like his personality.
right? And I can see where they're coming from with that. Some of the things he even says is cringy. I'm gonna put you on ice like Elsa or some
Yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that. I was like, come on,
That wasn't the
dude.
best
It wasn't-
metaphor.
obviously, but yeah, right. Like, but then, like, how he does things and how he does carry himself, like, I see traits where it's like, I see myself in that position. Like, I could see me wanting to do the same thing. Do the bow
He's
and
got
then
a
break it
chip
over
on his
his
fucking
knee.
shoulder. Yeah,
You know
he's
what I mean?
like,
Like, bro,
I'm
whenever
showing you what's
when
up.
he dropped him, dude, I stood up. I lost my bet.
Bro, me and
I didn't
Dylan
even
lost it.
I forgot my bet was even going. Yes, bro. I
Same.
started just, like, flexing on it, bro, smacking my
Because
chest.
me and Dylan were watching what, like I said, looked like was the last fight. And I was like, no. And then bing, bing, bing.
Boom.
And we looked at each other and we're like,
It was different, bro.
It was different. This
And
was Israel
coming
at
off
his,
of these, going from
Yeah.
burns and then
Yes.
dropping down to, bro. These fights were incredible. This
every
card,
fight.
like,
This card was great. 287. Thank you, UFC. This was worth the money. $85, just in case everyone wants to know. $79.99 plus tax.
thanks,
So,
Uncle Dana.
Thank
Hey,
you.
and
But I
before
think
this-
it was worth the fights.
before this card or before this match happened, I got a wild hair and got some UFC cards or whatever. It's wild. I've had it. If that's the case, then
I
it's
kinda
as
wanna
wild.
get some
as
UFC
bro, they're
cards.
dope, bro.
I wanna get some UFC cards.
I got a Derek Lewis signed.
That's cool.
I got
Signed by Derek Lewis?
Yes, bro.
Is it like the copied ones or is it like
no,
we
bro?
can
It's
see the marker.
legit, bro.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
think I have
that's
it on here
badass?
or whatever. But
You have a Rob Font?
there was a Rob Font
Hey.
number card, and then Patty rookie.
Kind of looks like Devin, doesn't it?
He said Anthony and Devin.
Anthony and Devin combined, bro.
Patty rookie. There was a what's his name? Edson Barbosa signature card.
Edson Barbosa, bro. He's a dog. He's a
Will
dog.
Q.
Bro,
Few other ones that were sick.
who's the one? God, I can't ever remember his name. He's gonna be fighting someone off this card here very soon. What's his name?
Darius,
Yes,
bro. Hell yeah, yes.
He's fighting someone off this. I know that hurt.
No, it's all good.
He's gonna be fighting someone off of this card soon.
No, he's fighting Oliveira next, bro, in May.
Yes,
Brazil.
I think
Brazil,
May
in
4th.
Brazil.
I think.
Darius, bro, and
I like Darius.
I got his. I believe it's a rookie card, and also like it's like a fabric or something, either like to the mat or to his shorts or something like
For
that.
real?
Like yeah, bro.
That's
like,
badass.
or
dude.
to yeah, to the fight card or whatever it was, but
So we got some upcoming ones. Holloway versus Allen, bro. If
oh, I got his rookie card in there. Allen's.
I don't know.
yeah. Oh, Sterling and Kaju.
Oh my gosh!
Because I'd love to.
I would. Hey, when you gonna bend the
Sweet
knees? Because I would love for you.
The
I don't know.
fucking most
He's-
suspect comment
like-
I've ever seen.
He's all like,
Yes.
Figurado.
Figurado was like, I don't know what's going on. I know it's weird. I know it's fucking weird.
Is what they do in America.
What
I
do
don't know.
his
I'm
fucking bro?
so unsure.
Yeah.
That's
What they call it.
so
So
unsure.
unsure.
Is
Yeah,
it
he's
going
like, is
to?
this, it seems really happy, but it seems
Also,
kind of
I felt like
hostile. Yeah,
It's funny. It is funny. It's
I
like,
laugh.
it's The Office. What is this? Like,
it is the office. They panned right to him.
Parks
He was
and Rec. What is this,
Yeah.
dude? My gosh.
Who do you think, Sterling or Kajudo?
Sterling's.
I'm going Sterling.
He's pretty good.
Um,
Cejudo's pretty good too. though.
Cejudo, bro. I'm going Cejudo. Oh, but be back. Anybody need anything? A little high nooner, a little something.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yep.
Yep.
Give me a high nooner.
Rosenstruck, Pena, and Nunes are fighting for a third time. I didn't know that.
I know, right? I'm about done with that.
I don't want to see
I'm
it
about
again.
done with that matchup, bro. So we got a couple more to be determined UFCs. So we got some good cards coming up. Shout out to everyone
Nunes,
who.
Pena.
Yep, number
I
three.
didn't know they were fighting a third time.
Oh wait, go
Look
up
at
for
her
me,
double
please.
belt.
Yeah,
dude,
she's
bro.
a beast.
She's a fucking badass.
Keep going up.
I don't
for
know
me.
these guys.
May 4th, is it? Oh wait.
This is gonna be a good one.
Oh, April. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, down.
May 6th.
Oh, so
Sterling.
it is this one. If you could click there. Oh yeah, one of them.
Buy tickets.
Dariush and Charles Oliveira right there on that card, and then
It's
is
a
that
little disrespectful to Charles to put him,
No.
but I mean, I get it. I want Charles. Like
I feel you.
I want Charles to fucking come back, bro. God, I want him to come back.
watermelon?
Pretty good.
Is it good?
I like it.
Give me a
Damn.
little taste. Let me get a little taste.
It's better because it's not like the pineapple one has like too much of like a ting to it. See, that one's smooth.
It tastes like, as weird as this sounds, like seeded watermelon. So it's like not too like it's not too watermelon. It's not too watermelon. You know what I mean? Like, you know how watermelon? It's not like a Jolly Rancher watermelon taste. It's not
Right.
fake.
Yeah, not
It tastes
artificial.
like a straight
type.
up seeded watermelon. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Demon.
Rolando Bedoya.
Demon child. I don't know.
Child.
Bryce Mitchell. Okay. He needs this.
I know her.
Yeah.
So 288's going to be a good card.
Yeah.
So that's UFC.
I wouldn't mind if Dariush got the victory
I
on
want
that
Dariush
one.
to get the W,
That'd be
bro.
cool, especially because I have that card. Want that shit to jump.
So that Rob Font card went up in value after he got that.
I'm sure
KO.
too. I got to check on it. I just been getting my stuff set up, like trying to get it all consolidated and in its right spots because my collection's starting to get a little bit big now. I got like a little box about like this wide and like this tall
That's dope.
or whatever. It's got like 3 little drawers in it. And I got like different variations of cards in it, but like I'm still pretty new to it.
Organized.
Yeah, there's actually some dudes that this last batch of cards. I'm about to be checking them out every single time that they're on there on that whatnot, because and also they have a podcast, and I was gonna see if we can somehow get linked up with
Let's
them,
do it.
get something like that going, do a card show or something like
Yeah.
that. Do it'd probably be virtual.
That'd be dope as
But,
fuck. I mean, we could just all buy some cards and then just kind of
Hell
like
yeah.
just talk to
Oh,
them
I'll be
about
buying
like
cards.
talk about. I mean,
would
we could
definitely
talk
be-
about like
I
their
would definitely-
come up, how they
For
started,
sure,
you know, business.
Even their podcast and like, but now we
business
have like a
podcast,
podcast
yeah,
type
junction,
of
yeah.
that'd be cool.
UFC baby.
So speaking of UFC and all of this, we had a few celebrities there. There was Kid Rock.
Kid Rock was there. Look up him shooting up Bud Light cans.
And that's kind of that's where it's
Just
going.
look him up shooting it. That's all.
I did
That's
see
all I'm
it.
saying. I'm just saying.
It
Just
was-
look him up shooting it. That's it.
Kid Rick.
Kid Rick. They said he's.
I watched the video. It's
A white
just. It's
Snoop
literally
Dogg.
just him. A white Snoop Dogg.
He looks like
kinda
Dr.
is.
Phil. It says Kid Rock looks like Dr. Phil pretending to be Kid Rock.
It does, yeah. Like he's got to
does.
trick someone on an episode.
Yeah.
I'm actually not. It's me, Dr. Phil.
It's me, Dr. Phil, and you have a problem.
Yeah, because you thought I was Kid Rock.
Yeah, you
You're
wanted to
fucking
party?
stupid. Yeah, I offered you 12 Percocets. And you took
I
all of
myself
them.
took 6.
Yeah.
Like-
You took all. So basically, Kid Rock. I mean, just pick up this picture.
Bro, so
He shot a bunch of fucking Bud Light cans because of the whole transgender thing going on with Bud Light, which is like, bro, first of all, ammo's super expensive. I wouldn't waste. I mean, Kid Rock's got money.
Yeah.
I wouldn't waste. I would drink the Bud Light. Hopefully, he drank the Bud Light. I don't believe he's gonna switch from Bud Light to like Miller Light or anything. I don't believe it because people who have been drinking Bud Light are not gonna switch Bud Light. Everyone acts like, oh, they're just gonna switch to a different beer. No, they're not.
so
You know what I mean? Like,
with
bro,
me being in the bartending
Yeah.
scene, dude, ever since you said that other day, and I didn't even know it was happening until last episode that we had talked about it.
yeah,
After that, it was like everywhere. Everyone is like, no, I ain't doing that or whatever. Everywhere I go, I went to the liquor store today and someone else was talking about, well, yeah, and all this. And it's just like the talk about
Yeah.
it. But the thing that they hang on is because of the transgender thing
I
or whatever.
know.
And it's like, all right. So, I mean, like, what is it that you're not exactly liking? Is it because that they support transgenders and they're putting it on your favorite beer? So
Right.
like, are they saying that like they're acting out? And I'm actually genuinely asking
Yeah,
that because I don't see where
and if
the
someone listening could answer, like, that would be great.
totally. And I'm trying to see on all spectrums a lot, and some people are even saying it with the transgender shooting happening recently. That's not. And I'm like thinking like, okay, well, if that's the case, like, let's look at the past school shootings.
So many.
Are mostly white males,
Yep.
maybe a few Latinos, and white males or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
So like,
statistically, it's been young white males.
and then I'm looking at a can of or a bottle of Arnold Palmer. Is like, okay, so there's a white male. Obviously, it's Arnold Palmer. It's completely irrelevant to
Right.
anything. I mean, that's specifically golf. But I mean, are you just gonna stop like if they had a white man logo on it or whatever? You know what I mean? Are you gonna stop drinking it because you don't agree with the white males that shot up schools? It's not about the race. It's not about the pronouns or whatever,
Yeah.
or what you want to be called or whatever. But like,
What you
like you
feel
said,
and what
like
you think you
like you
are,
said
yeah.
last episode. The thing is that was a school shooting. Don't
Yeah.
look at like who or what that is. That person had issues.
Yes.
and it needs to be aware that.
And they took out their issues in a horrible,
Terrible.
disgusting,
yeah,
evil
Odd-
manner.
yeah.
Devilish.
malicious. Yes.
Like,
And-
there's no way to justify it.
So
Zero.
honestly, so I don't know, like, say, oh yeah, and then that's where I was pissed off earlier, is because I was like, okay, you guys are upset because they have trans something on it, they have a rainbow on it. Honestly,
Right.
the little kids draw rainbows on pictures anyways. My beer got named after a whole pandemic.
Exactly.
That's my favorite beer. I mean,
We're drinking Corona, but now everyone knows that
Extra
and it
Corona.
did affect their
it
sales.
dropped. They dropped
It
Corona.
affected their sales. Nah.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with Corona. Give me 5 shots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goodness.
I'm not alcoholic.
Yeah, and I'm not
So,
scared.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, anyone that's going to be affected by, especially if it has to, I've never seen anything tied in with alcohol to where you could be upset.
And it's like,
Bro, they could put a fucking like a gay jaguar fucking transgender fucking rat on
Right.
a beer, and if I like it, I'm drinking it.
Right,
I don't
Jaguar
give a
mixed in
fuck.
with the.
Like what? I don't care. What does that have to do anything with the beer?
And I seen something in what I seen out in like California and even out in Washington and like in the video that I seen was actually in Florida or whatever, like on the roads, like the crosswalks and stuff like that, those will be rainbow colored or whatever because they support it or whatever. It's like, okay, so like, are you not going to take that street?
Where are you literally gonna not walk across the street?
But what someone did do, what I saw a video of, is someone doing like burning out on that, and he got charged with hate crime because he
Whoa.
burnt out right there on the rainbow and the crosswalk or whatever. So
I don't know about if that should be a hate crime.
I mean, I think like he
mean,
was
like-
doing that intended, but that is
Okay,
like going
okay.
that is, but
Yeah.
that is going over the top.
It
like
is. Yeah. If you're literal,
if there was
because you
an
could have
actual
just
law
you could have just done a burnout
on
6
where-
feet
anywhere
away
else.
on the street.
Yeah.
So you did make an intent and a message. You were trying to
I
send a
see.
message. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if you did anything on a memorial that has anything to do
Yeah.
with race or
That makes sense.
ethnicity or anything,
Yeah.
you would be
Because
charged
it's like
with a hate
hate,
crime.
bro. Like that. Yeah. Why do you have to put?
What are you doing a burnout on the fucking rainbow for? Because it looks
yeah.
cooler
Yeah. You
No.
wanted to put the black streets in. There is
Right.
no black
in a rainbow.
Yeah.
It's just color. It's every color on the fucking spectrum that we can see. Yeah, so that's
But then, so it's like, I mean, like Kid Rock over here shooting up the beer. I mean, I feel like that's inspiring for others who are a little bit more,
it definitely is, bro.
you know what I mean?
People
Like,
all-
who are
yeah.
a little bit
Yep.
more, I guess, they more see where he's coming from about
Yes,
it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're more related to his opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I can't label anyone any way.
Yeah, right.
Because your
It's just
opinion
you
is
agree-
just your opinion is your opinion.
And these people who have been talking about this have been different, like shapes and sizes, ethnicities,
Yeah.
and different. You know what I mean? But I just keep on hearing it everywhere, and I'm sick of and maybe that's what their opinion is. I'm sick of hearing about trans and all that stuff like that, which I agree in some aspects should not be so forced upon.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, like chill. Like, yes, go ahead, do it. Just do it, dude.
Right.
Like, go ahead. I don't care.
Right.
Not in front of me. Like, but it's not as big as a deal as like what everybody's making it, because there's real things going on that we need to focus on.
Right.
And again, this is something that we had brought up last week, and there has been a little bit more development on that situation as far as currency and almost a word that you said earlier, almost a one world
order.
Yeah.
So basically, and if you could look this up, that way we can have some more background to talk about. Russia and China have been coming together. So China's yuan replaces dollar as most traded currency in Russia. So
Bloomberg.com.
yeah, and this is Bloomberg.com, so it's definitely, for real. What the fuck?
It blocked me.
What blog is?
We need a hacker.
I know.
Call up Cyborg, bro. What's Cyborg doing right now?
So,
Cyborg just goes right in the computer.
Upgrades it.
okay, go back up. So we sanctioned Russia because of the whole war on Ukraine. So basically, sanctioning is like, you can't get imports and you can't do certain exports, which basically affects your economy, which then will lead to you, most likely losing a war conflict
Losing
and stuff, because
resources
resources and everything. Yeah, it affects everything. So, and that's basically what our country has been able to do the past 100 years is, use our dollar as a leverage to people. Every country uses the U.S. dollar as their main, monetization.
Right.
They have their own currency in their country, but at the end of the day, their conversion of their currency to the U.S. dollar is what they're going to get on the global trade.
Which is, whenever I had spoken on it last time, we had talked about how Putin and I believe, who was it? Oh, it's right here. Where they were saying that the world hasn't seen a change like this in 100 some years.
Yeah.
And I believe that this has everything to do with that, like with that statement.
Yeah.
Right here.
So
Russia, China, Iran, and Saudi Arabia are exploring options to move away from the U.S.
read
dollar.
this right here.
President Vladimir Putin, news.bitcoin.com. Russia expressed. President Vladimir Putin of Russia has made statements supporting substituting the U.S. dollar as a settlement currency for settling international payments. As part of the visit that China's President Xi Jinping is conducting to Russia, Putin expressed his positive opinion on the use of Chinese yuan as a form of payment in bilateral trade.
Especially with emerging economies. So emerging economies means other countries' economies.
Quoted by the TASS news agency, Putin stated,
And,
we support the use of Chinese yuan in payments between Russia and countries of Asia, Africa, and Latin America.
So basically what is happening is, instead of countries using the U.S. dollar as their, main transaction, money, currency, Russia, China, and other countries are basically saying, we are supporting the Chinese yuan because it has more backed, because the money has to be backed by something. It used to be the gold standard, and then it kind of moved to like the oil standard, and now it's like these countries are basically saying, like, look, we don't need the U.S. dollar if enough of us support the Chinese yuan, because if the yuan is supported by enough countries, it will become more powerful than the U.S. dollar. And then oil, which is the most sought after resource, Saudi Arabia, most of the Middle Eastern countries have most of the oil. Russia is a huge consumer of oil from Saudi Arabia, and their relations are strong. So
They give Saudi Arabia weapons.
yeah, they give Saudi Arabia weapons and stuff.
And to add to what you're saying, as far as if other countries can hop on this and how detrimental that it would be, because other people obviously aren't relying on a grand scale. Japan breaks with U.S. and allies, commits to buying Russian oil above price cap, according to Fox News.
And that's all going to be on the yuan dollar system.
Japan has begun purchasing Russian crude oil above $60 a barrel cap. The U.S. agreed to an exception.
That's crazy, dude.
Is that wild?
Bro, that's wild.
Bro,
It's
like, when is the last time, like,
basically we went from gold to, like, we went from actual, gold, silver, and real, resource metal, valuable metals that we believe, resources, gold and stuff, to be money. And, we switched from gold to the dollar, but we still, the idea back then was, like, we had enough gold to back how much dollars we have and how much dollars we get, we give off, and
Here's a good
if we
quote.
give out another dollar, all these dollars, we're gonna get that back, and that will, still be backed by the gold that we have, and that has completely changed to oil. And what was that quote?
It says Russia is swapping its dollar dependence for reliance on the yuan. Should relations with China deteriorate, Russia may face reserve losses and payment disruptions.
It might be yuan, but I know it's
Yuan,
pronounced on,
yuan.
like yuan or yuan. So whoever,
Yuan.
it might be yuan. I think it is yuan.
$1.
Juan.
Yeah, it's just yuan.
I think it is. You're right.
I think it's yuan.
So
Chinese
again,
yuan.
China. This is via rap account on Instagram, bro. I mean, it's still, do your research. Either way, screw it. You know what I mean? It literally is out there. So China is committing to investing 39 billion in Malaysia to reduce independence on US. So like you said, again, multiple countries are losing dependence on the US, and this one world order system, it seems like that's, and honestly, I mean, I call it the one world order as well, because like I see it being just as it's prophesied in the Bible, bro. Like, and a lot of this is going towards digital currency.
China's already digital currency. So if the yuan becomes the main currency of nations, they're going to have to adapt and do as to what the yuan's value is, and it's digital, because in China, if you run a red light, they take it out of your, like, it's all digital.
Social credit score kind of thing, facial recognition,
all that shit. It's all.
If you talk out against the government, you can't purchase anything, or ride a bus.
It's because they have control of your money, because it's it's digital. It's all embedded within your, like you said, your personal credit score, like who you are. So if that's the case, then I project other countries to have to be that way. Yeah, and that's what the whole one world, or in order to use the yuan as their currency.
They're pretty much conforming to the way of the system.
Yes. And if enough countries do that, it becomes one.
Right, one.
It feels like
oddly named, isn't it?
Right.
Feels like communism all over again, spreading to different countries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what they called the one in Matrix? Neo. You know what Neo is? One.
I'm scared though. What I'm scared though is if it does get
one
that much spreaded to where a lot of countries bro, our only way to get that to stop is war. We will have to go to war.
Hopefully we're 35 and above.
Right.
Though,
yeah.
so we don't get drafted.
But you know what I mean? If it gets to the point where our US dollar is not if our US dollar is not running the world, our country will go to war in order to make that happen, because we have to.
Yeah.
We literally have to, or our country will then become a part of that one world order thing. Well, and depending on, politics and stuff, who knows if that would happen,
Yeah. Y'all making me gotta pee real fast. Fuck, this is freaking me out, dude.
They're gonna attack while Sleepy Joe's still in office.
That's what I'm saying. Sleepy Joe's
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Masvidal.
Bro, that was crazy.
Trump had to be in the crowd.
I know. Oh, he was. He was loving it. Real quick, while Jared's taking a little piss break, I had some cool trees.
Oh yeah,
some cool trees. So, 15 amazing trees. I'll name off my top 5 that I like. The mangrove tree. Mangrove forests are a group of trees and shrubs that live along sheltered subtropic and tropical coastlines. They exist with the unique capability of growing within the reach of tides and salty soil. And most of the soil lacks oxygen, since often the roots are submerged underwater. So the water is giving them the oxygen. You know what I mean?
There it is.
Okay. Now look up the kapok tree.
How you spell that?
Kapok. This one's super cool. See if you can get one where it shows the thorns on it. Oh, there you go. So that one. This kapok tree, they can grow up to 230 fucking feet high, and they're 10 feet in diameter. And
Yikes!
I mean, just
spikes.
look at that thing. You couldn't fucking climb that shit. Look up the
you could not.
angel oak tree. This one's awesome. Do that picture right there.
Damn, that's wild.
Look at that, man. So the angel oak tree, located in South Carolina, it's the state's most visited landmark. So it's over 500 years old. It reaches 65 feet high, but its branches reach out 187 feet, and some branches are even into the ground and then grow back up.
The fuck?
Like
this?
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah. They like literally grow into the fucking ground.
That's cool.
And then
Makes
the
like
last
another tree,
one-
spreads it.
The last one I wanted to do is the rainbow eucalyptus tree.
Eucalyptus. I
Yep.
camped under eucalyptus trees in California.
This is the rainbow eucalyptus tree.
Oh my gosh. No way.
Right.
They painted it.
No. It's a living work of art, is what people say. It's a rays of colors
Some people
and
say that
stuff.
about me.
Aw. Scientifically, very little research has been done to explain why the tree changes colors. They believe that the bark shreds the tree's chlorophyll. Oh shit!
Chlorophyll, more like borophyll.
Blood? Your blood? I was like,
21 Jump Street.
that's
There's
crazy.
Billy Madison.
Oh yes, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
So those are some cool
They're all like,
trees.
what's he? Why is he joking?
Am I right? Over there, he's like looking around. It's funny. Those are really dope trees.
Those are
though.
some cool
That's
trees.
I would take shavings from them.
I know.
You know that's where colored pencils come from, right?
They're each
I mean,
individual.
honestly,
You
bro,
gotta shave it,
that makes
mash 'em,
sense.
right?
Like, you can just make a fucking pencil out of it, and it's just like, that's it. That's
Fact
the
check
one.
that.
Yeah, fact check it. Rainbow eucalyptus color pencils. $20 for 5.
They shave down one tree for one pencil.
They smell good. Yeah, it's very bad for the environment, but they do
Terrible.
smell good, and it's cool to work with them
Right.
in your art.
The more you draw, different colors you get.
Yeah, that would be. Ooh, that would be cool. I did want to say, along with what we were talking about before I left abruptly with that scary topic. So
Yes.
so now, I think with all that going on in China and that one world currency, so
we think it's not here.
So, our Federal Reserve sets to launch a Fed Now, which is an instant payment service. And that's actually, it'll be launching in July.
I don't like that.
The U.S. Federal Reserve will be launching Fed Now, its instant payment service, next July. Last month, the Federal Reserve made the announcement that the Fed Now service will start opening in July and provide details on preparations for launch. Begin formally certifying banks to launch the services starting in the first week of April. Fed Governor Michelle Bowman said last year that the Fed Now, which will enable consumers and businesses to send payments instantly, could offer some of the same benefits as a central bank digital currency. So I'm thinking like Chime or Cash App.
I mean, everything, right?
Yeah.
But it's through the IRS. So
Right.
now it's through the private entity that controls all of the money in this country. It's not the government. I want everyone to know the difference. The
Speaking of
IRS,
Private
someone-
institution.
or not the IRS, but the Federal Reserve is not the government. You know what I mean?
Right.
It gives money to the government.
Yeah.
It is its own entity.
Yeah.
So now we have this private entity that has, it has to do with the government, but it is control of all money, and now it wants to do its own. What like you said, the Cash App, the Venmo, the businesses to send money instantly.
Yeah.
We've been doing that. You know
And
what
what's
I mean?
that mean for the U.S. Trust Fund, anyways?
Right.
Is that paper? Has that always been paper, or has that always just been numbers, or just an unlimited supply? Can you just print them off anyways?
That's what we do.
So
we
it's
just
like,
print money and get in debt.
so
debt.
yeah, how
It
much
doesn't
value at that point does it have?
That's
You
why
just-
it changing.
That's our debt right now.
Jesus Christ, $31 trillion. That's why if the world changes over to the yuan,
Debt per
like
citizen.
we're fucked.
$100,000.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's just going up too.
Damn.
It just keeps going up.
It keeps going, bro.
It never stopped.
It will not stop. The debt clock that never stops running.
I remember that back in high school. They told and I think I had a rap.
China's only $14 trillion in debt, so they're literally more than half of us in debt. I mean, our GDP gross domestic product is high because the U.S. dollar is what people
our
trade
population.
in.
as of right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
China's like 6 of us in population.
I know, it's crazy.
And everybody using that, how do you think if the more population is using this style, like you said, dude,
I didn't know
like,
Japan had that high of a population. That's
bro,
pretty
that's
high.
crazy. It's such a small place, but it's jam packed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Germany still dealing with shit.
So it's like this. It's like these types of things is something that we need to look at aside from worrying about what's on my beer logo. I mean,
Right, exactly.
High Noon or
With
whatever.
the watermelon. Oh, that could be.
It says sun sips. That's bullshit. I would say it's sun gulps.
Right, yeah. We could complain about fucking beer logos and who supports it. But
Yeah,
look
and
at
who's
this.
what and what's what and
How they want to be
how you-
identified.
Yeah, exactly.
and that.
Like, yeah, same
Get
on the
your
vice versa.
fucking
Verse
high
versa. Yeah.
horse in the stable and give it some fucking feed and hay.
Right,
Because just
bro.
be a fucking human.
Yeah, exactly, bro. We got other things,
We
and
got
not to
big
say that we
things
can
to
sit
deal
here
with.
and change this or whatever, but it's also it's like I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time on somebody else's.
But if we all have that mindset of, not having to put our energy into other people's decisions in the sense of I want to change your mind and I want to change how
and
you
other
live your
people
life.
other people should believe in what I should believe. You
Right.
know what I
Like,
mean?
no,
Like, get
dude.
off that too. You know
Get
what I mean?
off of it, dude, because that's the point of this country. It should be the point of this country, and that's what will make this country succeed in the future is all of us realizing that we're different.
Yeah.
And that's how we can be together.
Bro, my pop says, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You should be listening twice as much as you speak.
That's in the Bible. It's in the Bible.
Listen twice it is.
It is in the Bible. It's a verse. I can't remember what verse.
But
But it's so true.
it is.
It's so true.
Speaking of, you just looked up a debt clock. Here's a debt clock for you. This isn't even on our sheet. Jeff Bezos spent $42 million building a 500-foot clock that will last longer than humanity. That's why that number is just racking up right now. I mean, there's a whole video and it goes deep down to the core of the earth. Like, I believe if you look down at it, and that's what it ends up in. But bro, it's got gears. It turns. Bro, look at this thing.
I mean, it is kind of dope because look at him. He said,
Look at
"This
this.
is for humanity."
I have a watch.
I have a
that is bigger
big
than yours.
Bro, he can drop the illest fucking track, bro.
I have a watch.
He just
Watch.
goes to a bar.
Wait.
You're watching
how I-
Millie.
yeah.
My watch 100 fucking acres, bitch. Like, bro,
You know how I
what?
keep time?
Yeah.
He's on the hands of the clock, spinning, and he's like got his hands up.
He's got fucking Gunner with him and all these people.
Watch. Bezos with the watch. Hey. This shit's crazy.
A lot of carbon emissions. Hey.
It's just pumping out
Yeah,
smoke.
bro, this is that motherfucker, bro. You're what? Making a clock? Who's gonna switch it when its time changes?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's gonna be a bit.
Over. Yeah.
They're gonna be like, fuck it, we forgot.
Yeah, leave it. We know it's an hour
Bezos
off.
appears. Changed. Oh man,
Hello,
that's
friend.
crazy.
It looks like you've reached the end of time.
Right.
Well, let's just restart it.
Right.
No!
It's actually controlling
Oh my
time.
gosh, you're Lex
What if
Luthor,
somehow
bro.
he
You
was
are
able-
Lex
bro,
Luthor.
Yeah,
He
Spin
is. What if
it
he was
back.
able? Like, what if this was like so, like advanced that it was somehow able to like speed up or slow down time on Earth because of like its. Like, what if it was able to mess
Magnetic-
with the core in
like
the magnetic
field or something
field
like
of
that?
the Earth, which then slows its
Like it's a
or
little,
speeds its orbital rotation
it's a
around
little
the
bit
Earth, or
stronger
around the
than
sun.
the magnetic field, but just enough that it can pull it and manipulate it,
Almost like
with
the
it
moon,
and
like-
create
yeah.
energy and kinetic energy, and therefore to expel a burst of
Right.
energy enough to withstand the pressures of the
Right.
Earth. No, I'm just making sure.
right.
Something like that, though.
Something in the general aspect.
But speaking of crazy shit like that, though, too, like, bro, like black holes, like, I guess there's multiple.
Black
or,
holes.
For one, so there's a. black
They've had us interested with black holes since like elementary school, bro.
Put news. Click news on that. No. Oh, it's you're good. Yeah, whatever.
No, I know what you're talking about.
So recently, Hubble, our Hubble Space Telescope had seen a black hole aiming at us, but not only aiming at us. I believe it's the same black hole that says is moving so fast that it would take 20 minutes for it to reach from the moon to Earth. That's how fast allegedly that this black hole is traveling.
But like if it's so far away, that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, right? Like if it's to the point where it's so far away to where it would take a million years to
And-
get here, who the fuck cares?
On top of that, doesn't time move slower the further you get away from Earth? Like our time is much more slower, like because you're leaving. If you have, that's like why in
Interstellar.
right, but that's a movie though too. Also
No,
at the
it's-
same time.
No, they base it Time off real- dilation. yeah,
time dilation. It does have to do with just being the distance from Earth and not because it's all has to do with light. Because the sun coming from, the sun projecting light to the Earth is more or less time, right?
That is the thing that we can
'cause it
calculate
starts-
by.
exactly. So if you're farther from it,
Then you're not gonna have that sort
it's
of
like hearing like
you're
a,
not
a
even
speaker.
in that time.
Yeah.
So if you're on the other side of the Milky Way, bro, like
Yeah.
you're not even
You'd be almost like in a time to where whichever sun's closest to you.
When they're on that
Right.
planet, they're like every hour is 7 years on Earth
Oh my
or something
gosh,
like that.
right. Because
crazy?
that's
because of the
crazy.
comparison of how close they are to their main sun and how close we are to our main sun and the orbital speeds.
It's like a time zone, like from West Coast to East Coast.
Kind of, yeah.
But on a more grander scale. Because at the center of our universe, that I don't even know what it's called, but I mean it's that big. We have it's like we have swirls coming out
yeah.
of a fucking what is it? Aside from this conversation, I did see something else though. Fuck what I was saying just a second ago. Right here, right now, there was scientists are wondering why there are planets that are further away from our solar system, like in the direction as if the Big Bang would have exploded out, this way with
Yeah.
it or whatever. How there are things further than us that are more, I guess, what was it, like more developed,
Which
like,
would kind of not make sense in the sense of
because you were a little. So they were like questioning on the creation of our universe.
I mean, they're still trying to find like where the Big Bang happened, and that's why we develop better telescopes in order to see farther into the universe, to see where the light started. And I do all these because it's like
How
the
do
more
know?
you talk about
Yeah,
it, the
sounds
more
crazy.
it sounds fucking like bullshit.
I'll sit
You know
here
what
and
I
talk
mean?
about it though. I'll rap about
I'll
it for
talk
sure.
about it, rap about it, write about it, everything. So basically, we're trying to see into the past, which then shows the future because everything's light speed. That is the fastest speed that we know of.
So what
Like
record?
the light we're seeing from one planet, the planet could be gone, but we're just seeing the light from it.
But we're
at
seeing
one
the
point.
light, yeah. And in stars, like we're seeing stars that are emitting light that could be gone because it's so far away and it's taking so long to reach our planet.
Right.
That you know, if it was 20 seconds ago that it disappeared, but it took it 1 billion years for the light to reach our planet, it would seem like the star is there
How bright does something have to be for it to travel?
that significant distance. Yeah. Like what type
Crazy.
of burning or and it's not really burning and because there's no oxygen in space.
But this is what I'm thinking in
It's
my
a
head.
pulse. It's like a pulsar.
And energy. So
Energy,
obviously, so
yeah.
we're talking about energy, and we've talked about that before. Vibrations
Yeah.
and sounds,
Yeah.
which there is sound in space that we cannot
Here,
completely
but
hear.
the way, yeah.
Think about
Because there's no air. There's no air for this
Like an explosion
to
be
travel
silent.
through. Yeah.
think about just like what happens on our Earth on a more minuscule level of evolution.
Yeah.
That the galaxy evolves with as much as it emits and as much as it's growing and growing and growing and putting and adding and
Yeah.
and battling and exploding and,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean? Every single little aspect of it. Like what if it can evolve almost as if like the situation that we are like we all are the universe experiencing itself and
Yes.
like we all can evolve like that as well, but I don't even know like where I'm going with this.
I mean, but like what? Like we are the universe. The universe's evolution.
Right, like a part of it, regardless whether we like to or not, we can't change that. Yeah, we're
Whether
already
people like to think of evolution as like a religious thing, evolution is real in the sense of things change over time.
evolving. Just
They evolve.
The general,
Like that's just that's not.
Due to
you don't even have to say it's
conditions
science.
and
It's just
circumstances.
it is just
I've
fact.
evolved as a human.
People evolve a human.
right? I mean, or is
If I
that?
put my hand on the stove and it burns it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plants evolve, animals evolve to certain adaptations in order to.
and at a certain point, you could burn your fingertips and not feel anything.
True.
Therefore, I can smack all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
people's
I'm
hands
evolving.
evolved to where like certain things wouldn't hurt them, to where a normal person would grab something and would hurt them. It's like you've
Sometimes
done
maybe
this
maybe
enough.
is there a negative word or like a contrict? Oh wait,
De-evolution.
or like yeah, where you can like
That's what we're
Some
becoming
people
with
think
AI.
that that's what
Aging,
we're doing.
pretty
yeah.
much.
I mean, some people think that we're like going through like a de-evolution in the sense of like
we're digressing. We're
like damaging the planet. You know what I mean? Like in the sense of humans' evolution, it's always been because of the planet's resources and because of the planet's ability to allow us to evolve.
Right.
So now we're, being told and, whether you want to believe it or not, it's everyone's opinion, but like we're kind of de-evolutionizing the planet in the sense of, now we're taking more of its resources and making it into a worse state when at first
do you
it
think
was in a
we reached our peak on it, and then maybe that's where AI comes into,
right, yeah,
or
Or,
even worse,
I mean-
that's our product, and therefore then we completely decimated our shit.
and the whole idea of
Yeah.
like getting different resources from planets, I mean, that's just like a huge fucking
Yeah.
step. Like that's something that like what they say that we're in the time frame of things going completely terrible within 50 years, but then want to say that we could do something within 50 years to get resources from a planet. we would have to build these fucking things to
Yeah,
go get
crazy.
these resources.
Something.
So how would that not then do negative effects to the planet,
Right.
our planet?
Yeah.
If we stopped with the idea of, you know,
traveling further,
traveling
and taking care
further
of what we have,
and just taking care of what we have, you know, solar, all, you know, people say, oh, you know, solar farm takes more.
actual real recycling. You know what I mean?
Real
Like,
recycling. Like literally just
How many dead satellites do you think are up in space? They're just like floating around
Right.
Earth.
like
Like
576.
That's a great number to just say. Yeah, I agree. At least 576. I mean, that's bare minimum. I mean,
U.S. is getting serious about space junk.
Space Force.
October
Go up
3rd.
there and catch some bolts.
We need you to get it, Jared.
They said, when does a bolt become a missile? When it's traveling at 15,000 miles per hour.
5,000 active satellites.
Damn, we were
That's
off
active.
by fucking like a lot, boy.
That's just what's active too.
Experts estimate there are 30,000 pieces of space junk large enough, fast enough to be a serious problem and a potentially a disaster.
What are we gonna do about it? 15,000 miles an hour.
Could you
Well, look at
imagine?
that.
I could just imagine me fucking running, like seeing it coming,
Yeah.
and as I'm running, like I'm running right into the trajectory. Like, dude, no! I mean, it just goes. Oh my gosh! Why is it so fast?
Like a little tiny bolt this size, and it's just like.
Fucking cuts through my throat.
Oh, bro, it would blow you up, bro. It would blow you up. It wouldn't go through us. It would blow us
through
up,
my
bro.
belly button.
It would like tear a hole through you, bro.
No,
Yeah.
I'll take a boat. I'll take a boat one
Bro,
on
that
one,
motherfucker would tear
from
us
space.
up.
Look at this.
He's like, look at this, right? Yeah, yeah, we're safe.
Right.
We'll be alright. So, okay, so these bolts, I mean, they will fuck Jared up, but not as much as he
Yeah.
thinks.
Oh, I hear
We're gonna
it.
send a rocket to catch all these bolts. Don't
Yeah.
worry, we got a net.
Here we see a boat that we are trying to obtain, but
Yeah, but cannot get it. It's really small.
Bro, could you grab me a drink?
Does anybody have a
Yeah, I don't care
Phillips
what it
head?
is.
Bring a Phillips head next time you come
Does
to
anybody have a
NASA.
Hey, Houston.
We got a problem. All we brought were Phillips, bro. We need flatheads.
Are there any flatheads upon the ship?
I wonder what they use. They have to use hex, like
Get
big
to real.
hex, like hex bolts. You know what I mean? With like lock washers, probably. They ain't using no fucking Phillips shit.
Whatever happened to that big?
He said the big.
What
the
was
fuck
it?
happened to that motherfucker?
That big motherfucker we sent to space. You know, solar panels and shit like that. And it's,
Oh,
it's
the
like
new one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't even remember his name. His or her name.
Voyager.
Was it Voyager?
No.
No. It's a good name though.
I think it was it was another one.
We've blown a lot of stuff up in space, bro. We fucked a lot of people over just trying to go to space, dude.
What is this for album?
Oh yeah! Shout out to anyone who's listened to the Shrimp for Life
Shrimp for
album.
Life.
You remember Ray Shrimmer?
Yeah.
They dropped a new album.
Okay.
Shit's hot.
Shrimp for Life.
Shrimp for Life,
Okay.
baby. Jam
Thank
that
you, sir.
shit, dude.
Appreciate you.
Shout out Slim Jimmy at Sway Lee.
Watermelon too. Thank you.
Shit was it's a jamming album, bro. This shit's awesome, bro.
Bro, I went to that Prof concert, whatever, last year. He's coming back May 4th, whatever. Oh shit, that might be the same thing as that fight or whatever.
May 6th.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay, May 6th, okay. But I think you guys would fuck with him, and he's coming up
Really?
to like a lot of people. Like I wear my stuff, and some people even be like, "Hey, is that like the artist Prof?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" Like,
You're like, damn, okay.
but he just had an album come out, and he's actually what he's doing is you can pre-order his album, and then like pretty much still like. I mean, you could stream it to your friends, so I mean, it's stupid, but in a sense, it's also like enticing because he's got some fucking bangers on there, and some of his older songs are
A
bangers
lot of
too.
albums were like pre-order shit, and I feel like they stopped like being hot. You know what I mean? But
Right.
yeah, with him doing that, get the real
But-
fans.
Right. And I mean, like, he's coming off an independent label and he's still independent himself, but now he's got the platform to
Yeah.
be able to expand
Go
and
out
be
more.
mainstream.
Yeah,
and,
find the other people that didn't know about him that would like him. You know what I mean?
Squad Goals is dope. Like, he's got some other ones. If you ever want to like check him out, his Powderhorn Suites album is like
Powderhorn Suites.
Yeah,
that
bro.
sounds
There's one that he played at the show that's called Judy. And bro, it was hype as hell, bro. Like it got me going. Like I lost it at that point. I was like, dude, I need that Judy, bro. Like I need
that
Judy.
Judy.
Like, and so I'm excited to see that one. I'm thinking about actually getting it. And
Fuck, bro. Buy some tickets.
You
I'll
could get
throw you
like a
some money,
signed
bro.
album with it and shit.
Buy
I don't
some
know.
tickets. I'll throw you some money.
It's over at the Hi-Fi. I don't know. Have you guys ever been there? You've been
I
there?
haven't been there. I know where it's
Hi-Fi's
at, though.
dope, bro.
Yeah.
I seen Excision, EDM or DJ EDM artist.
Yeah, they have a lot of like EDM stuff there.
I microdosed and it was my birthday and I fucking
Beautiful.
shot
Oh, yeah.
like he said, all right, everybody down, and I was like, fuck it. I said, yeah, and jumped up. I fucking jumped up, bro. Courtney started busting out laughing. She's like, Jared, you almost like touched the rafters up there, bro. There was no way I was close to those rafters, but I will say, like with the microdose or whatever, like
It's
everything
somehow-
engaged.
Yeah.
Like it was like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, dude. You know, it's like fucking jumped up, fucking landed. You know, Spider-Man leaps.
Yeah. Yeah, you were like that. It felt way higher than it really was, bro. You only left it. You were this high off the ground, but you
Well,
were
she
like,
said I was high
Did
up
you
in there.
jump?
I believe it, bro. I mean, I had a vert, bro. I don't even know what it was. I don't know. Probably too many shrooms. I had a
Make
vert
your
one day.
verts
One day
higher.
I was up there. What was it, Vince? We don't know. We don't know.
lost in the vibes, baby.
No, but man, raves are fun, bro. Really. If you ever want to go, the best person to go with on your first rave is probably with me. I'm just saying.
Jared, I need you to be my rave virgin
Bro.
taker,
Yeah,
bro.
Bro,
I've
I don't
never
know.
been.
Yeah, I mean, we can get a Ray Bay for you too, and she'll definitely
I
take
need
that.
a girl,
you know,
I
the
need
Ray
that- I need a
virginity,
girl,
or
you know,
whatever,
just in case, drink a
But
little
also,
water.
if you already have somebody, it's a great experience to share with another person. Let
Yeah,
that be,
I need you to
know,
teach me the
to-
ropes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
show me how
just
to vibe out.
just mesh in there, because really it's like a loving environment. To be honest, most people, but honestly, some people are like too friendly to where the point where I'm like,
yeah. It's like, whoa,
yeah,
get
like,
away from you.
ELK.
Oh my
He
God.
came up to me.
Please no.
I said
Please
what?
no.
What? And at that point, I was a virgin.
Yeah, he felt like
He
he
said
was.
liquid acid, bro. And I was like, He said, yeah. No, I gotta go. No, I'm sorry, I gotta go. I love them.
I'm an eye doctor. I'm an eye doctor.
Yeah, come here.
Yeah, I'm an oncologist.
Why did you talk to me like that? You have one chance to make a first impression, and you
Right.
come at me like this.
You
I'm
spell-
thinking of it.
yeah.
I said elk.
Elk? That's what I'm saying. An elk? What do you have, a molly that's stamped like an elk? I might do that.
Which really, he was offering me something that he genuinely cared for me to experience, which
Right.
is also what I'm branching out to you is,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But not to that level. You know, there's different levels to it. But people go there like, dude, at Electric Forest, bro, people were like, wake up in the morning and go to a section and start doing yoga all together and lay out
everyone's
their
just
mats
kinda
and all that. and
Feeling that positive energy,
Yeah.
getting minded right. That
they
way
have a
you
section with like under little tents or whatever, and it had like a little old school TV and was just nonstop 24/7 cartoons or
Oh,
whatever,
that's
and you
dope.
can just kind of chill in little
can,
lounges.
just in case
and
you needed to
stuff.
like, you know what I mean, get that like kind of nostalgic, kind of like
It's
not childish, but you know what I mean, like lose the
Just-
fucking facade, lose the
it's definitely a vacation. It's a mental vacation.
Yeah, lose that
'Cause
thing
you
that
know-
you have to put up every day.
You know, you're still like got to go back to
So take advantage of the time that you're there.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, take me. I shall experience it. Thank you, sir. Anything else on the board?
We're at about an hour 40.
Yep,
Damn, almost 2 hours in, so yeah. You already got that. Cool. Yeah, I think we got everything. I hope we served you well.
Yes, sir. Hot plate of honesty, baby.
Hit 90. This is
90 EP 90, baby.
90,
Yep.
dude. Oh my god.
Episode 90, bro. 100. We're rounding third base right now.
It's time to come up.
Yeah. We got 10 more steps, bro.
Yeah.
And we sliding into home, which is 100.
Let's go. We appreciate
We
you
gotta have a
guys
bash.
for all
Yeah.
you who are supporting us and taking a listen. And most of our things are pretty much, I feel like, our opinions. But if everybody's gonna put opinions out and you are willing to listen to our opinions, then
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like, I mean, we also have a factual standpoint as
Yep.
far as like what we come from. I mean,
On
look it up
certain
for
topics,
yourself.
yep,
but,
yep.
I mean, like, for you to listen to our opinions, appreciate that.
And remember, guests welcomed. Bring your opinions, bring your
Totally.
your
Wanna hear other
standpoints,
people.
your perspectives, you know, because we, you know, like you said, 2 ears. We got 6 ears here now. So we're ready to
I'm
listen.
missing one.
We want to listen, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Mango.
We want to hear from people. We want to know their stories. So TLDP, do that. Let us tell your story.
Number 90. Come find me.